Good morning and welcome to HeidiKMakeup. I'm doing another chit chat. Get ready with me today. If you are new around here and you have never watched any of these videos, consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell. I do videos about cruelty-free makeup as well as pan that palette videos where I try to do project pans and use up what I have and avoid like over purchasing, if you will. So today was one of those days where I kind of had a moment to do my makeup. I just edited a Get Ready With Me where I was just straightening my hair. And today was a day that I also thought that I would take a break from my Pan That Palette stuff. So for that reason, I decided it's not often that I wear anything else, so I should probably film a Get Ready With Me for it. So all I'm wearing so far is that chapstick that I just put on. This is by Burt's Bees. Burt's Bees is cruelty-free, but they're owned by a parent company that tests. I have a video that I just filmed about that I don't know, will probably be up before this video. So if it is, I'll put it in the iCard. But I've decided I've been pretty much straight up using my Pan That palette stuff for the last 6 months without taking any breaks hardly at all. And today I decided let's go ahead and take a break.
I don't have any.
You're also going to hear my kids because this is how I get ready with my kids, and it's obviously not a tutorial because there's going to be a toddler climbing on me in about 10 seconds here. It's literally here, let me zoom in a little closer. It's literally just let's chit chat while we get ready. So I just put on the Wet n Wild Dewy primer. Can you say hi, Irene? No, this little girl is my toddler. She's 2 years old now, and she is, if you want to see more of her, you can see her over on our daily family vlogging channel, which is Sudden Kimpact. You can hold that, sweetheart. Of course you do. Wet n Wild Photo Finish, or Photo Focus Foundation that I am mixing with my Flower Beauty Illusion Foundation, because the Wet n Wild one is too dark for me, even though it's summertime. But I do want to finish it up, so I'm like, maybe if I mix it, I can wear it during the summertime if I mix it with a lighter shade. Hey, can I have that sponge? No, apparently the sponge now belongs to my kids, so I'm going to use a brush instead. This is the Real Techniques brush. I saw that they have a mini one of these at my local, hold on, Irene. I saw that they have a mini one of these at my local Walgreens. They have like the same brush, but it's like the travel version, and it was pretty inexpensive. And I was like, yeah, man, I kind of want to get that because I use this brush a lot. I've been kind of going back and forth between my beauty, or not my beauty blender, the Real Techniques sponge. And this. And lately I've been liking the sponge a little bit better with this particular mixture of foundations, but bring it down your neck. Sometimes I don't blend down my neck enough. You need more makeup in that? I've got my little container of empties here, and my daughter is playing around with it. But I was considering picking up a couple more of these just because it is kind of Milani concealer. It is kind of a staple in my collection, and I like that there's a mini one. I was like, that would be really nice for travel, or just when that brush is dirty. Okay, my 2-year-old left. That was like a chaos kind of thing. That is why I don't film tutorials and don't film videos. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and my husband works a lot. A lot. We live really far from where he works, so he commutes, and he's just like not home a lot of the times. So I just am like run with the kids, and so a lot of times will just like get ready as quick as possible, and do not have time to film that, because like obviously there's not going to be a good tutorial when you have a kid sitting on your lap. This is a Josie Maran Illuminizer. I've just kind of been getting into this again. Okay, so Argan Illuminizer, and then I'm going to dip into the gel blush, the Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Cheek Gelée in Island Pink. I think this color is discontinued. I don't even know if they make these blushes anymore. It's been so long since I've been to a Sephora. There's an Ulta a lot closer to me, so I don't go to Sephora hardly at all anymore. Or if I do, the closest one, oh, that's not true. I guess there is one closer than that. But I typically am at the one that's like inside a JCPenney's. And so for that reason, I'm using the Pure Pressed Mineral Makeup. For that reason, I don't use a lot of the stuff that I used to really love from Sephora because I'm at Ulta a lot more often than I'm at Sephora for some reason. So I think I said this in my last Get Ready, I just recently picked up this powder and I quite like it. I used to think that I didn't care what powder I used, but I guess that's because I wasn't using a nice high-end one, so they all seemed to perform the same for me. I definitely do notice a difference with that one, which is saying something because my skin is really dry and overall not very finicky. Milani eye primer. Anyways, last night I had my audition that I've kind of mentioned. I'm sure this video is going to be up several weeks, or at least several days after today. So if you keep up with us on the daily channel, the Brow Gal, if you keep up with us on the daily channel, you'll know a little bit more details about it sooner. But I posted my straightening video the day after I had the audition that I talked about in that video. e.l.f. blush, look at all that pan. I need to do a video of like products I've hit pan on because that wasn't even part of a project. I just did. I hit pan on it. I'm going into that bronzer too, all on my own, which I felt like was a pretty big accomplishment. Makeup Geek highlighter, the Kathleen Lights palette. I don't think that this was permanent. I think it was a temporary one. I don't know if they still have it, but I have to say this was the product that made me like start to like Makeup Geek, and I hear that they are in Target now, which I think is just really super duper cool. So for palettes, I'm gonna use the Balm Nude Dude because like you can see, I haven't used this hardly at all. I've been so focused on Pan That palette for the last couple of years that some of my newer palettes just haven't gotten attention. And so that's part of the reason too why I wanna take breaks, I think, because if you didn't see my Pan That palette finale, I'll try to remember to link it in the iCard, but basically what that taught me is that you don't use makeup, especially eyeshadow, as quickly as you think you do, and that I need far less than I think that I need. And I've been considering, even though I just filmed my makeup collection video too, that one was up way before this one. Actually no, I'm gonna do Flirty. That's an interesting looking color, and I haven't been wearing anything like that recently. I just filmed a makeup collection video, and if you watch it, you'll realize I don't have a lot of makeup, like, at all, really. But even what I have, I feel like is more than I'm gonna get through. And I also have realized that I don't want to keep buying all this drugstore stuff. Like most of that collection was very much drugstore, and I was like, you know what, Heidi, you do not have a lot of makeup compared to where you used to be. Like I have a lot by some people's standards, probably more than most, like just normal people have, but I have a lot less than people who typically have a YouTube channel devoted to it. And I definitely have a lot less than I used to have by a drastic number. I'm going into Faithful, which is that gold shade. But even still, even though you don't have a lot, it's still a lot to go through. And so if you're gonna keep so little, why not like really think about each product that you're going to purchase, because you know that you're actually going to finish it and use it. So don't just buy things just to buy things just because you happen to be at Walmart and you see, oh, there's a flower beauty something or other. Like, buy things because you researched it and you know that that's actually something that you want and feel like you need in your life. Buy things because it's something that you don't already have, and go ahead and get the more expensive thing. It's gonna last you. You're gonna get your money's worth out of it. You actually finish your products, which is more than you used to. So I think that as I run out of things, I'm gonna start replacing it with kind of some higher end stuff. Not like crazy expensive, but just, you know, instead of having 4 drugstore foundations, why not just have one high-end foundation? Instead of having to mix foundations because you bought the wrong color because it was a drugstore one, why not properly get matched and have something that you already know works for you, you know? And so I think that's something that I'm gonna do moving forward as I run out of things, is replace them with things that I've really thought about and researched. So I wrote myself a wish list of stuff that I want to have in my life, and want in my collection, and kind of like what I plan on purchasing, and then wrote out like a timeline of when I'm going to purchase it and what I think is like reasonable to get, you know what I mean? So this is going to be much more subtle. I've been doing a lot of darkness in the outer corner, and that's just because I'm trying to get through the black, and I actually quite enjoy not having that super dark outer corner going on here. So like this is a cheap drugstore black eyeliner pencil. When this runs out, I'm replacing it with something that might be a little more expensive, but that I'm not going to have to fight with. You know, don't buy the e.l.f. one. Buy the Physicians Formula. Physicians Formula has a really good liquid eye pencil like this, or liquid eyeliner. I guess it's not a pencil. That is still in a, you know, an affordable range. Physicians Formula is not necessarily what I would consider a cheap drugstore brand, but it's not, you know, super high-end. Or I think I actually want to try the Stila one. And I'm trying to try more stuff from Stila. Got this clumpy lash here that I can't seem to get to separate. That's probably a sign that this mascara is on its way out. I made the mistake that I've been trying to avoid, of having like multiple mascaras open at the same time. So I'm gonna add some fake lashes so that I can kind of hide that clumpiness situation. That mascara, by the way, is by Flower Beauty. That's another thing that I want to get. That's kind of on my wish list. I want to try the Pure. There's this Pure mascara that I saw Amber F mentioned. I have never paid attention to Pure Cosmetics other than like I was slightly intrigued by their, what is it called? The like gloss, that eye gloss that they have. I was slightly intrigued by that a while back, but I was on a no buy. I'm still kind of intrigued by that, although the Stila liquid eyeliners I know I love, and I think those are going to be the next liquid eyeliner that I buy. But I saw Amber F said that she is in love with the Pure mascara. I can't remember which mascara it was exactly, but I kind of want to try that too. Mascara is one of those things that I really prefer to do at the drugstore because you go through it so quickly, you know, and I don't like paying a lot of money for high-end mascara, even if it's really good. Like I used to really like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara a lot, and I also used to really like the Urban Decay Perversion, and before I went cruelty-free, I really liked the Clinique. There was a Clinique one that I spent so long I can't even remember what it was. It was kind of like a wet mascara, but I really liked it. But I don't know, you go through mascara so quickly. It's one of those things that's like, do you really want to do mascara on the high end, or do you want to do something a little bit more affordable? For lips, I recently picked up this Jordana Sweet Matte Liquid Lip, or Sweet Cream Matte Liquid Lipstick. I'm not crazy necessarily about the shade, but if you watched my collection video, I mentioned that I really liked the NYX matte lip creams. But I was looking for an alternative to that is drugstore prices, but isn't owned by a parent company that tests. Because NYX is cruelty-free, but it's owned by L'Oreal. And I don't know, I did a video before I filmed this one that I think will be up before this video is up. I don't think that's as important to me as it used to be, and you can watch that video if you haven't yet. But I saw this at my local Walgreens, and I was like, this looks really nice, and it smells really good. I really, really like it. I'm thinking about doing this palette next year for my Pan That palette. I haven't decided yet. I'm either going to do this one or I'm not. I don't know what I'm going to, I don't know what I was about to say. I was like, I'm either going to do this one or I'm going to do any of my other palettes. I am going to do a Pan That palette next year, I think. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this, whatever this video was, this get ready with me, interrupted by my kid and all. I'm going to go do my hair now. Don't forget to hit the bell and the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you probably pretty soon because I'm filming a lot of videos right now, but I don't always upload consistently here, so if you want to see us every day, right now we are daily vlogging over on the family vlogging channel, which I think is linked right here, HeidiKMakeup. You can click that and it will send you over there. You can click the circle that's probably over my face right now. It will subscribe you here. And there's 2 videos on either side of me that you might want to check out if you haven't seen them yet. So thanks for watching. Bye guys.